What's going on, guys? James Blonde here with MMOs.com, and I'm standing here with the director and producer for My.com, as well as Obsidian Entertainment, Eric DeMilt, and we're going to talk about Skyforge. So all kinds of stuff coming to Skyforge. It seems like updates are coming out all the time. We've got trailers right and left about content that's in-game. Tell us a little bit about some of these features.
All right, well, so, we're super excited with everything we got going into the game. Both stuff that's come out recently, like the distortions, right? New stuff coming soon, like the Pantheon Academies, our Halloween event. I'll let Aaron talk in detail about a lot of that stuff. OBT is an exciting time for this product, right? So we got a lot of players in there. We're getting great feedback. Really love how people are engaging with the game. And now it's our chance to take that and make it better and give them more of the content they're looking for. So Aaron's the live producer. He's the most in touch with the type of feedback we're getting directly from the fans, North America and Europe, and the type of stuff we're rolling out in the near future, and then stuff further down the road.
Yeah, in the presentation we saw some impressive numbers for open beta. And tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, Skyforge, we're getting some great numbers and some great data out of this. I mean, we've had just a ton of players get involved and get just tied into the game. We've had a lot of people start the in-game content, like distortions. One of the things we shared was the distortion runs, and we've had people run it as fast as 8 minutes and as slow as 2.5 hours. But they've been successful at it, and they've been persistent, which is great. And because all this content, we offer a wide variety of content. It appeals to both the casual gamer and the hardcore gamer, because if you have 15 to 20 minutes, we have something for you. If you have 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours a day, we have something for you as well.
Pantheons are getting pretty popular. We have some fairly large pantheons, so up to 350 something numbers.
Yeah, we have some very, very large pantheons. I think our biggest is Vashta Narada. Give them a shout out there.
There you go.
The big thing about pantheons is we want them to be big, because when it comes to territory wars, they're going to need all the help they can get to compete in both the PvE and the PvE side of that content.
And what's great is you have both options. You've got PvP and PvE for late game content, depending on what it is that you like to do. So you're working towards something that is not necessarily pigeonholes you into a specific area of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's really a big focus for Skyforge, right, is making the game accessible for those hardcore gamers that have the hundreds of hours, right? Making sure we've got the content for the guys that just want to, right? I've got 5 kids. I come home after work, I'm going to play a game 30 minutes, right? And if I was doing something that takes 5 hours, I have no idea what's going on when I get back to the game. So, getting in, running something that I know is going to take me 15 or 30 minutes, if I don't screw it up, right, is awesome, right? But there are other people that have that time to throw into those raids or have those big social networks, 300 people, and that's awesome too. We're also introducing Pantheon Academies down the road as a way to introduce people into that, so you don't have to come in with that barrier of, I don't know, 1 million people in this game world, and it's super intimidating, and I don't know everything, and it's hard to reach out, right? To get people into that, understand those systems, so it makes coming up to speed even easier. So a lot of exciting stuff going on. We're talking about future classes, which I know, fans are interested in. So we want to hear your feedback. I'd love to tell you what those things are, but the dev team would kill me if I did. So, but there's a lot of exciting stuff in the pipe.
Wonderful. And so let's talk about the Halloween event coming up.
Actually, it went live this week. It went live on Wednesday.
Okay.
It's a great event. So not only has the evil pumpkin come out and decorated all over, but you also will be going on missions where you have to basically find caches of hidden items. In addition, there's candy bandits that are going to pop up and try to attack you and take you down, and you take them down and grab the candy, and then get the new items that we're introducing. All the new costumes that have brand new animations, both for idle animations, dance animations, and movement. It also takes your statue in your Hall of Greatness and adds effects to it as well. So there's a lot of cool content for the players to check out and obtain.
Very cool, very cool. So what seems to be in the pipeline for 2016 on Skyforge? Or let me ask this question here.
Yeah.
It's currently in open beta.
Yep.
What really categorizes the difference between an open beta state game, in your case, and a launch version of this?
I think it's kind of a transition of phase, right? There's not a magical thing, right? We want to fix, when we're developing a game and getting it ready for launch, a lot of what we're doing is speculation. Based on our past experience, based on what we see going on in the market, what fans want, we're going to make this game, right? And we spend a lot of time on that. We get it to CBT, and we're tuning and tweaking and seeing what works and what doesn't work, and introducing new features, the follower system, pantheons, raids, distortions, the territory, well, not territory wars, invasions, sorry. And we're still kind of finding our way and hooking that up. As we transition from, we've found our footing, that stuff works, it's where players want it to be, and now we're looking at forward-looking stuff. That's really when we transition out of that open beta stage, and we call the game kind of version 1.0. We got a new suite of features that's sort of taking it to the even next level, right? Aaron, you got any thoughts to add?
Yeah, I mean, we have things that we'd like to add and coming up, but also we want to make sure the content we do have, that we've taken any small things that we need to tweak, and we tweak them in time before we say, hey, this is a 1.0 release. We want to master what we've already released, but also come out with some new things that you see in a lot of other games. One of the big things that players have been clamoring for a while is Game Pass support, and that I want that in before we officially say, hey, we're 1.0. So that's definitely something that's coming down the road and soon.
It definitely feels like it could be, fit right in with Game Pass.
Well, absolutely.
I think people would be excited about that. So another question for you here: What are your plans with the in-game PvP, and how are you revamping that, or going into something new?
So, PvP is always evolving, right? It's hard to get right the first time. It's hard to get right when you got 13 classes and you're adding more and more. So we're constantly tuning that, getting the matchmaking rules where we want to be, PvP balance where we want to be. But now that we have a lot of players at the high end, right, really it's about getting them in competition with one another, right, and the ability to show off. So we're looking at ranked PvP, territory wars, things like that to really push that into that level of competitive, high-end reward system for PvP.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us, and man, looking forward to everything that's coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.